want you to give like a 2-second pause when I hand over to you, just for cutting purposes. Okay, over to you.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to this enormous summit. I'm absolutely delighted I've messed it up already.
No worries, no worries. So if you feel like you want to just restart, all you need to say is, okay, I'm going to restart because this is going to be a prolonged recording now. I just want to restart, give a 2-second pause, and then you can just start again. Okay.
Okay.
Perfect. Over to you.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. Imagine, we've been waiting a long time for this event. It's a truly enormous event for Westcon Comstore, and it's my delight to
Steve, I've lost your audio. Sorry, I'm just going to bring everybody else in. I just want to make sure it was not just me. Did anybody else lose Steve's audio?
Yeah, we lost it.
The same thing
happened. Steve lost the audio.
Okay.
Steve,
No,
during the events. We heard the first sentence, but then you went on mute.
Okay. Let's try. Is it clear at the moment?
Yeah, your audio is clear. It might just be one of my worst case scenarios, which is sometimes there is a bit of a buffering glitch. So sometimes in a live event, I will actually come into studio, just sit there, just so the audio can keep running. But it's a very rare little glitch that can occur with the network connectivity. So let's just give it another bash, and then we'll see what happens.
Okay.
If I can also ask you, I've just noticed now, can you? There's a little edge at the bottom of your camera. Don't know what that's. Perfect.
Better?
Thank you. And then, yes, 100%. Over to you again.
Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us today. It's my absolute delight to welcome you to Imagine. It's been a long time in the planning, and it's a part of that. It's meant that we've been able to bring these events to you in a new and informative way. And what's crucial to us is to have a strong channel out there. So
sorry, I need to interrupt you again. We had an audio drop again.
Right. I'm going to have to go to a mic or something then, yeah?
Yeah, I think that might just be our saving grace, because it is that odd little glitch. It seems to be where if I bring myself back into the studio, I get audio again from you.
Yeah, okay. Let me see what we can do. Okay, can you hear me now? Is that any better?
Yeah, I can hear you. I'm going to just drop into the back. I just want you to talk for a little.
Yeah, okay. So welcoming people to the event. How's things going? Beautiful day. We're not in the UK. I'm rolling lockdown.
Lost your audio again.
Did it go again? We lost it again?
Yeah. Yeah.
Right. Then that would indicate more of a network problem then. Let me just see if I can look at the bandwidth. Oh, 40 meg, that was all right. Let me just see if we change anything here.
Are you on Wi-Fi or are you on a LAN connection?
I'm on Wi-Fi, but it's we've been having a few problems, but the bandwidth looks to be okay. Let me just see if there's any VPN or anything like that and try and kick that around and see if we can improve anything. Dashboard.
Can we see if we can just pop you onto a LAN network? Maybe that can stabilize it. Okay, lost Steve there. I think he's just dropped off this, changed his network connection. Just going to pop everybody back in for a sec if anybody has anything to say. So if this doesn't work now with Steve in terms of getting his network to if he drops out again, his audio, I will come into studio and I will stay in studio for his recording session, just so the priority stays on him in terms of audio. Because it's just something to do with the network. There you go, Steve.
How's it going?
Okay. Good. Okay. Steve, you've switched your camera and mic off.
Okay.
There you go. Are you on a stable LAN connection now, or are you still on Wi-Fi?
I'm still on the Wi-Fi, but there was a VPN connected, so maybe that was having an impact.
Okay.
Let's see if the bandwidth's changed.
I'm just going to drop into the back. I just want you to talk a little bit.
We've definitely gained a bit of bandwidth. So hopefully that's going to help us.
No, lost your audio again.
Again.
Okay.
All right. Maybe I need to go to the office to do this one.
There is an alternative. I don't know, Tushar. If you guys want to do this now, because Steve says you might have to go and do this in the office then. There is an alternative, and my understanding is I can try and lay it out like this. It's obviously more editing work. Let me just do it like this. So Steve, you'll be in the center here, and I'll have two. So I'll utilize somebody else in the background with obviously their camera turned off and their audio turned off, just to keep you in the correct slot or in the frame, and then we'll have to edit out top and bottom. Tushar, what is your opinion, or do you want to reschedule for when you're at the office?
So Alex, in that case, I'll suggest let's do it with the solution that you're suggesting. So
Okay.
if that doesn't work out, then we can obviously ask you to do it from the office. But since we have him here, let's
Perfect.
try to do it now. Steve, what do you think?
Yeah, I'm happy.
Okay. Jay, I'm going to use your profile here, so just keep your camera off and your mic muted for me, please.
Sure.
Thank you.
Sorry, guys, just going to get some water.
No problem. Okay. Steve, whenever you're ready, just let me know.
Okay. Ready to roll.
Perfect. Then over to you.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome very much. Restart.
No worries.
Ladies and gentlemen, cut me out. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I'd like to welcome you today to Imagine 2020. This is an enormous event. It's taken us a lot of planning, but there's an awful lot of great information we're going to share with you today and tomorrow about what's happening in the market. We're a digital-first company. What that's meant is we've been able to bring you these webinars and events in a very easy way. And the fundamental thing as a value-added distributor is to have a strong channel. And we're delighted to say that throughout these troubles, we've not dropped a beat. We've maintained business throughout. And really, that's been key to our regional success. This business is all about people. And today is about bringing us together in that people environment as best we can, given the circumstances. We'll be providing data, insights, ideas, concepts, and updates about what's happening in the market, how the market's segmenting, how it's changing. And it really is quite dramatic. The Imagine theme we thought was out. There's endless opportunities out there. We've got some fantastic futuristic technologies. We've got some great speakers. And we'll also be adding some extra insight to you as individuals and enriching you, because some of these speakers truly are world-class, not just in building our business environment, but also our personal and home environments. Last but not least, we've got a fantastic CIO, CTO, and CFO panel. That's worked very, very well. And it's given us some really deep insights to the actual things that are happening today in the boardrooms, in those IT departments, and what we need to do to capture it. So imagine the future. My challenge for you today is to catch the future, get hold of it, and let's make sure we have a fantastic few days. Thank you and welcome to the event. To start.
Perfect. So, Steve, you didn't mention largest region. I heard you say region, so I didn't know if that was the...
You know what? It's fine. I'm happy. If you're happy, okay. I'm happy.
Perfect. I'm just going to bring Tushar in quickly just to make sure he's happy. Tushar, are you happy?
Oh, yes, it was really good. It was really good. It felt very natural, so very happy.
And leaving the error in there's good. Everyone's going to make an error.
Yeah, actually, it makes it look more natural. Yeah, it gives the feeling that it's live.
Correct. Yeah, no, I agree.
I hate video. I didn't mention that.
Steve, if we can now record the teaser as well, just a small 2-sentence teaser.
Okay.
Are we not going to do a day 2 intro?
Oh yes, sorry. Day 2 intro first. Yes, day 2 intro and then the teaser.
Perfect. Okay, so Steve, if you can just give, I'm assuming the same. Sorry, let me just actually confirm. Is it going to be the same intro? Just obviously.
I'll do a shorter one, even shorter.
Okay, perfect.
So Steve, to make it look different, do you want to use the second slide on day 2, so it'll look?
No. Yeah. Yeah. If you want to drop that in, I'll talk about people again. I'll talk about connecting people again. Yeah. So once I do my welcome back, you can. Yeah, finish out on the people slide. Yeah, I'll be talking no more than a minute. So 30 seconds, drop the people slide.
Okay, perfect. Fantastic. And then over to you.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. Welcome to day 2 of what has been already a fantastic event. We've had over 1,000 viewers online, which is just phenomenal. Really what we're trying to do here is bring people together. And we've already seen great signs of that. As we go through today, there'll be more opportunities for that and for networking and for using the side rooms. I just would like to welcome back. Thank you very much again for your attention. And here's to another successful day.
Perfect.
Easy. Yeah?
Perfect. I think they went really well. That was nice and smooth. Tushar, you're back on camera, so are you happy?
Oh, yes, it was good. It was really good.
Perfect. So I've got a note here. So it's day 1 and day 2 intro and outro. Is that correct? I'm just going to bring Shina and Schnabel in here.
Yeah, so we are done with day 1, day 2 intro. Now we are left with the teaser and the interview.
Okay.
Okay, is there no outro for Steve? The closing statement for the day or something like that?
So the closing is the interview. So through the interview, we'll come to the closing.
Okay.
Okay, so it's just the teaser now. Boom, boom. Okay, so Steve, Jay, if I can ask you, do you know what you need to say in the teaser?
I'll wing it.
You'll wing it. Okay. Okay. I'll put you onto full screen. Oh, that's me, not you. Hang on, 1 sec. There we go, and over to you.
So guys, we've got a phenomenal event coming your way. We believe it's the largest in the region. To get everyone together at these times has been challenging, but I think you'll find from the agenda there's something for everybody. And really,
sorry, Steve, I'm going to just ask you to start again. I'm going to stay in the back because we lost your audio there again. My bad. That was... Okay. So over to you.
So guys, Imagine 2020 with Westcon Comstore. We've got a phenomenal event pulled together. There's a great agenda. It's a fantastic opportunity to network and see where the new technologies are and what's happening in the market. I urge you, register now. It's going to be great.
Perfect. That sounded very good. Tushar, are you happy?
Yes, it's the best teaser video, Steve. So we had so many people supported with us, but I think you showed the excitement that we wanted. We want really our presenters to show. So thanks for all your energy in that teaser.
Perfect. Okay, Adele, you're back on screen. There you go. So so we've got Steve's intro, outro. Steve's intro is done, and his teaser is done. Okay, so this section, just give me a little bit more clarity. Sorry, I seem to not quite be understanding this next recording element. So I just want to have clarity on it.
Do we want to go for a change of shirt?
From day 1 to day 2.
It'll take 2 seconds. Or do you want to keep it the same? I'm happy either way.
We are keeping it the same because it'll...
I changed midway. Of course, I changed in the afternoon. That's a good point. And I do have 2 blue shirts. So, yeah, all right.
Perfect. Okay, Tushar, is Steve going to be part of this second element now that we're going to be recording? That you were trying?
Yeah, so it's going to be an interview with Steve. So Adele and I are going to be, interviewing Steve. So 3 of us will be on the screen. Yeah, and towards the end, the closing as well. So how it's going to be, I'm going to be, the last question is going to be obviously, this brings us to the close of the event. So Steve, do you have any final comments? Yeah, and that's Steve, there if you can say. Thank people for joining. And if you can if you can congratulate the winners of the competitions, quiz competitions.
Yeah.
Tushar, did you make any changes to the script for with Steve, or
there are
is
no
it pretty
changes.
much the same? Okay.
It's the same.
Okay, good. Just clarifying.
Okay.
Okay, so in terms of transition, do you want Tushar to thank you, Steve to thank Tushar and Adele at the end, bring him full screen, drop the 2 of you out, or do you both, all 3 want to remain on screen till the end?
So Alex, since this interview, it will make sense to have all 3 of us. But my last question will be to Steve that, Steve, this brings us, thanks for your comments today, thanks for your inputs today, and this brings us to the close of today's event. So any final comment, something like that. Can you please share a final comment? Steve, then would you like to go full screen, or we all 3 remain on the screen?
The less the better.
Okay, cool.
Okay, perfect. So that'll be the outro and finishing. And Tushar, am I going to have you on first, or you and Adele and Steve, all 3 on screen straight from get-go?
All 3 of us from the start. Alex, I have a question for you. So we will be announcing the names of the winners. Do you think that we should be doing after this segment, like we just show the names of all the winners on the screen? So instead of congratulating them, Steve can just say that we will, now be showing the names of the winners, and then the final screen comes with all the winners for the 2 days.
Like a ticker tape.
I'm just thinking.
Flow-wise, Alex, it's better to do it at the end so that people stay throughout. That's why we are not announcing the winners on day one. Yeah, I want all the winners to be announced only on day two, and we are not going to be able to read out because there are going to be some 25 prizes. So it's not possible for us to read out the names. So it's just going to be one slide which shows all the name of the quiz and the name of the winner, like a tape in a tabular format. So Steve, rather than congratulating them, if you can say that, guys, we'll now be sharing the names. Thanks for, you can thank them. Thanks for participating in the live quiz and attending the virtual booth.
Yeah.
And we'll be sharing the names of the winners shortly.
Yeah.
Cool.
Just from my side, from studio side, I just need to know with the last slide then being the winners kind of elements. So that'll obviously be a slide. When will the last winner technically be announced then? On day two?
The last
just before
quiz,
this?
The last quiz will happen before the end user panel. So we will have enough time to, put the details. We'll have more than an hour and a half to update the slide.
Okay, perfect. No, that's good. That's good to know. I'll arrange the finer details at a later stage. But that makes me comfortable. That's happy days. Okay. So then I'm going to just drop everybody else into the back. So Shaw, I'm going to put you over here. Steve, I'll put you over here. And Adele, you will stay there. And then obviously, just make sure you're happy with the layouts, Tushar? Those three camera views? Okay, perfect. So I'll have all three of you on the screen as of get-go, and then it's over to you.
Tushar, did you want to make a change?
Sure, Steve. Go ahead.
I thought you said something. Did you want to make a change? Are you happy?
No, I'm happy.
Everyone's happy.
Everybody.
Perfect. Over to the three of you.
In this next portion of Imagine Middle East conference, we would like to hear from Steve Lockie, the Group Managing Director at Westcon Comsto Middle East, to find out how COVID-19 pandemic is impacting the channel and... Okay, I'll have to do it again, sorry.
All right.
No worries. Steve, if I can ask you, at the bottom of your name in that small camera view, if you can just double click on your name there and just add your surname there as well, so that I can bring the name tags, if Tushar is happy with it, just up on the screen for a little bit so people can actually, there you go. Tushar, would you be happy with the name tags sitting like this for a while?
You mean name tags in gray?
Yeah, in gray, just like that. Just for the opening, just for a little bit. So people know, oh yeah, okay, that's Tushar. That's perfect. Cool.
Can I say Steve Champion Lockie or something like that? No. Okay.
Tushar, did you want to start from there as well? Because right before you said that, I think I was supposed to say something about the distribution space. I have like 2 lines about it. But if you want to start from your script, that's fine too.
Sorry, what are the 2 lines you're referring to, Adele?
Just before your line, I have a few lines about, that the IT distribution space is continuously evolving, what is expected of from distributors, from both vendors and partners.
My bad, yeah.
It's okay.
Sorry.
Okay, so everybody ready?
Yes.
Perfect. Over to you.
The dynamics of IT distribution continue to evolve, and what is expected of distributors from both partners and vendors also continues to change. This rings true now more than ever as vendors and resellers alike navigate unprecedented times.
In this next portion of Imagine Middle East conference, we will hear from Steve Locke, the Group Managing Director at Westcon Comsto Middle East, to find out how the COVID-19 pandemic is impacting the channel space and what lies ahead for both our vendors and our resellers. Welcome, Steve.
Welcome. How are you?
The onset of the pandemic has resulted in widespread concern and economic challenges for consumers, businesses, and communities across the globe. For the businesses, mostly, many organizations were forced to rethink their strategies and find new ways of doing business. Can you tell us a little about how the pandemic has impacted the channel ecosystem and how Westcon Comsto has transformed its strategies to adapt to these challenges?
Yeah, I think it's safe to say it kind of hit us all like a train. I mean, one minute we were all fine, and the biggest issue in the world was Brexit, and the next minute we were hit with this terrible pandemic. So we were fortunate in many ways that as a digital-first company, we had the infrastructure. We were able to redeploy overnight and remain active throughout. We've not had a minute of downtime throughout this. It also was important that we ended up going to market. So Tushar, you've run some phenomenal events, and I think this has been absolutely the pinnacle of them. But changing the way that we educate partners, again, has been absolutely key. And evolving the way that we generate demand, because we can't do physical proof of concepts, for example. So we've had to change throughout this, and really hearing from the CTOs and CIOs yesterday, this is a constant evolution, and the pace of changes is faster than ever. So just keep communicating with our channel partners and our vendor partners.
Thanks, Steve. Steve, also, during the panel discussion that we hosted yesterday and earlier today, many of the CIOs, CSOs, and other IT business leaders said that that they are adapting and evolving their digital initiatives to cope with the new normal. Subsequently, some of the participating technology vendors also elaborated on how they themselves are transforming their solutions to help the customers out there. As one of the leading distributors in the region, can you tell us how Westcon Comsto is gearing up to support the vendors and the resellers as they work towards addressing the evolving needs of the customers?
Yeah, I think this event is absolutely essential to what we've been trying to do, which is to keep that education, keep the channel information flowing. We can't, unfortunately, meet face to face at the moment. We had a leadership team meeting recently where we could, but for the benefit of most partners, it's just not possible. So the more we can communicate, the more we can get the feedback from our channel partners, the more we can hear what our end users need, the more we can tailor the offerings that we have in the market.
Thank you very much for that, Steve. So, Steve, as you know, it is undeniable that the new normal is here to stay. And this means that enterprises, vendors, and channel players will need to embed many of, the crisis-born innovations that they have into their long-term strategies to future-proof their business models. So from Westcon Comsto's perspective, can you just share some of the initiatives that you have in the pipeline to help partners stay competitive in this new era? And if you can share a message to your channel partners on how you aim to enable them unlock the future opportunities.
Wow, that's a big question. I don't know how long we have left on the agenda, but let me have a go. It's changing immensely. So we've changed, for example, our marketing activities. There's a lot of education we're doing on these events, but equally, we're putting a lot more into end user demand creation with our marketing as a service initiatives. So that's one area. I think another one is, software is now a huge part of our business, our mutual businesses, and so is recurring offers, recurring revenues. So making sure that we keep channel partners aware of where those opportunities are, not just for the renew, but we're looking at our land, adopt, extend, renew circuits. And there's a pilot that we did with Palo Alto, and we were looking to roll that out with other vendors, where we're really getting into understanding, is the customer adopting the technologies, and how can we help that happen? And creating new sales from that as well. I think that the final thing is the rate of change has never been faster, and staying closer to our channel partners and our customers has never been more important. So I'm absolutely delighted to have had that opportunity to do that today, and the support of our vendors, the customers, all the attendees. It's just been a great event. But again, it only works with your feedback. So the more you give us, the more we can help you.
Thank you,
Thank you,
Steve.
Steve. Yeah.
Thanks for
Thank
your
you,
input.
guys.
Steve, with this, we are almost towards the close of our event. So it was a 2-day event, a lot of insights shared by our vendors, by the panelists. So Steve, any final comments to all the attendees out there? If you can sum up everything for us, would be great.
Oh, another interesting question. No, guys, I mean, wow, what an event. To our vendor partners, to our customers, to the marketing team, and all the supporters around this program. Congratulations on a phenomenal delivery. We're absolutely delighted. There will be a drum roll in a moment because we're going to announce finally the winners. I think they should be coming up on your screen shortly. The drum roll starts. Congratulations to all the winners of the event as well. I mean, the attendance has been stunning. We're going to do our homework though. We're going to learn from this event. We're going to come back with an even better one in the future. Thank you again, team. Thank you all the attendees. Thank you all the supporters. It's like an Oscar speech, but really, really proud. Great job. Well done, guys.
Thank you, Steve. Thanks a lot. And a thank you to all of you who have joined us. And we look forward to seeing you in our future events. Thank you.
Thanks.
Perfect.
Guys, was it all good?
Yep, that looked very good. So obviously I kept it on the empty slide for a little bit so that then I can be able to transition into the final slide of the winner names. Maybe we can have like 1 or 2 slides that I can then go through, and then we leave it as that, maybe for like a minute or two on day 1 and day 2 winners. Yeah, for 2-3 minutes or so people can read the names and make sure they caught their name and everything.
Great.
Perfect.
With that, completed all the tasks that we were supposed to. Yeah, so thanks a lot, Steve. Thanks for taking out the time to record these sessions.
Thank you, guys. This is my worst nightmare. So actually, that's not truly true. Dinner with 10 boring CIOs is my worst nightmare, but this is my second worst nightmare. Thank you. Well done.
Great seeing you
You did
again.
really well, though.
We will share the video recording of the panel. It is very interesting with all the people. So 10 people on the screen, but everything went smooth. Yeah, so
Fantastic. No, I'm really looking forward to seeing it. And actually, you know what? The pressure's up enormously because it just takes one audio problem and the whole thing goes horribly wrong. So I think this pre-record has been a smart idea. Well done, guys.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Right, I can go relax now and have some lunch.
Perfect. Thank you so much. Thanks for your time.
See you later. No, thank you, guys. Well done. See you
Bye,
later.
Steve. Thanks.
Thanks.
Bye.
Cheers. Bye.
Thanks, Steve. Bye.
Tushar, I see here on my agenda from 1 p.m. to 3 p.m. is introductory recordings by Tushar.
We'll have to jump onto the other link, but that's only if I think Tushar is done with Adele, right, Tushar?
guys, the only thing is we have the script ready for that, but I was thinking of adding the Westcon videos in between. Yeah, so I don't have. We have not been able to sort out that. Yeah, it's just small clips, but if we record it, then later add it, it will be very difficult. So we have a recording on this Wednesday, which is the 4th. Interview with Cisco at 1. Adele, do you think we can record our clips instead of recording today? We do it on Wednesday after the interview with Cisco, so that I can work a little bit on the script. The script you have sent me is perfectly fine. I'm not going to make any changes to what you've sent me. In between, I need to add something, because we have some videos which are around Westcon's value-added services. So the thing is that, we don't want the entire event to be just about the vendors. We want it to be about Westcon as well. So I'm just adding those few lines in between. Yeah. And then there's a small video. So the thing is, if I've kind of finished it, but I'm not very sure all the videos are available. I'm waiting for confirmation from my central team. So better is if we shoot it on Wednesday, we'll be 100% sure. If we shoot it today, there might be a couple of retakes required later.
Yeah, that's fine with me. Around what time do you want to do it on Wednesday?
Immediately after the interview.
After Cisco.
Yeah. So that one is at 1. So Alex, if you can also check your availability. So we have an interview on Wednesday the 4th from 1 to 2. And then if you can give us 2 hours after that, we won't take 2 full hours, but just in case we need that time, yeah, from let's say 2 to 4 p.m. Dubai time.
Yeah, I'm just checking my time. So it starts at 1, so it's 1300. So that's 11 my side. So 11 till 12 will be the Cisco recording. So from 12, 1, 2, 3. You've got 3 hours with me afterwards.
Yes. So instead of 1 hour, we want to keep it 3 hours.
Yeah. So I can do 3 hours, and then I have to drop out, which is your 2. So it'll be from 2 to 3, 4, 5.
Or Adele, if you want to do it today, I'm okay with that as well.
Yeah.
No, it's fine. I mean,
let's see. Let's just.
Fine. Wednesday works too.
Perfect.
Alex, what do you prefer, today or Wednesday?
Yeah, if you think that would be more seamless, that's fine with me.
If you want to add anything, and then we can confirm that you make sure your team sends me the Westcon intro videos that you want to have played. I do have a few on standard ones, but I don't know if you want to have a custom one made for the Imagine Middle East, or just something with Imagine Middle East in it.
No, so Alex, what is going to happen is on the recording which we want to do, it's going to be the MC bit. Yeah. So Adele and I are going to record those clips. Yeah, where we are going to say the next presenter is this, or over to Larry to announce the name of the next presenter. But in between, what's going to happen is, so let's say Cisco presented. So I'm going to thank Cisco. So I'll say, thank you, Shadi. That was a wonderful presentation. And guys, before we move on to our next presenter, we would like to show you a very short video on PartnerView platform, which is so and so. Agreed? Then you play the video. Then it comes back to us. We then say that, guys, now is the time to talk about small business. So over to Larry to welcome our next presenter. So these are all the clips. But then after we record, there's going to be a lot of, we are recording them in one session. Agreed? But there are going to be a lot of fittings you will have to do in between, because Larry's clips are going to fit in between. These videos are later going to fit in between. Yeah.
Okay. Perfect. Okay. So what I'll do is for, just as an example, just the video I have here. So when we do the video clip recordings, just to get the continuity correct and stuff, as you said, okay, now over to the video, I'll just play this video. Yeah.
Do you want to play this video on the day of recording as well, or you will directly play it on the day of the event?
I'm going to play that just for the recording, or even I've got a few here. I've got like a 30-second counter, just to have the transition, so we can just cut exactly on the right point when the video takes over the full screen. So I can have just as an example, you'll say, okay, so we're going to be sharing the XYZ video, and then I'll just prompt a video onto. And the main purpose of that is just to get that transition from studio to the full video that's going to be playing.
Okay.
Yeah, so when it comes to the cutting or editing, there is that transition element that we can kill the audio there and just add the other video in.
Sure. So makes sense. So let's do it on Wednesday then. I'll keep everything ready. And what I'll do is, Alex, I'll share the script with you as well. So
Perfect.
what we're going to say is going to be not so important. But in the script, I'm going to highlight, let's say, Westcon Edge video plays next. Yeah. Shadi's interview next. So you will then know the entire flow.
Perfect. No, that I would appreciate that greatly, and I'll try and keep notes on the site then of that, as well as to where on the live recording, which is just up here, that little red icon, where the timestamps are for each video that we're going to be putting in, plus minus. Just makes it easier for you.
Okay, cool.
Fantastic.
Is there
Perfect.
I don't want to keep you waiting, but I want to try, bring that camera adjustment to where it was on the other day. So is there a possibility that even if you leave the studio, I can still fix my camera?
Yes.
Or you be there?
As long as you're physically in studio, everybody stays in studio. So that's the reason why we use this particular platform. So if I lose internet connectivity, if I lose power, or if anything happens or goes wrong, whatever's currently still running will carry on running on the studio side. Yeah. Okay. So whatever's on screen, as long as I'm not sharing the screen or anything like that, my element will disappear, but you will be stabilized and you'll still be in studio, and I've got enough time to try and find another way in.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So thanks a lot, Alex. Thanks for helping us with the recordings today, and we'll see you during the next recordings, and especially on Wednesday for the recording. Yeah, that's going to be the most important one.
Perfect. Not a problem. Who do you want to help with your camera layout and stuff, so they can maybe share a screen or a screenshot or anything like that if they have one?
Jay, if you're there and if you can stay and talk.
Sure, I'll take a screenshot. I'll send it.
Yeah.
What I'm saying is just remain so that.
Oh yeah, we still have a next recording.
When is that?
Later at 3 for a 5.
Darling, we'll just need 20 minutes. No, how long do you think my camera? Okay. Thanks, Alex.
Bye.
Thanks, I'll see you
See
guys.
you on Wednesday. Thanks, Tushar. Bye.
Thanks, Alex. Thanks, Adele.
Thanks
Nabet.
everybody. Just bye.
Bye, Jay.
Bye.
Bye.
So, guys, the thing is that, it's now close to where it was. But the issue is, see, when I was moving, you can see my hand. The other day, you could not see my hand.
Yeah, even
Yes,
your
that's what I messaged Jay also.
Actually, I don't know how we can figure it out. Did you reduce the height of the laptop?
I feel it was, the laptop was happening.
Because
So I just put cushion.
if your chair was fixed, then it would be the height of the laptop.
Those shelves were not visible that day. Only until the TV we could see.
The shelves also was not visible.
Yeah.
I don't think there was.